Hey Y-Yogis, it's Cari, and my first time making a video. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for your yoga practice. I have a few props here with me if you are in your living room or kitchen or whatnot. If you do not have yoga blocks, I've got my trusty soup cans here for you. And if you do not have a yoga mat, you're welcome to grab a towel. And I have a very small shout out here to our SCY swim team. You can also use your towel as a blanket or support for your kneecaps if you feel as though you need it. So we're gonna get started. It's getting to be a little crazy out there, so if you do need an opportunity to breathe, stretch, find some space, you've come to the right place right now. I welcome you to explore your breath, explore your body. If this is your first time trying yoga, be gentle with yourself, not going too far, but enjoying the stretch and a peaceful place that you find on your mat tonight. And we'll get started. So you're gonna come down to your mat, plant the feet flat on the ground. Make your way down nice and slow. Maybe open up the shoulders, the throat. Just noticing how the breath feels, how the heartbeat feels. Noticing if there's anywhere in the body that you might be gripping. Relax the fingertips, the toes. You can start to swish those knees side to side. If there's any part of the body that starts to squeeze as you bring movement here on your mat, giving yourself that permission to just let it go down to the ground. Take a full body stretch. Extend the toes, reach the fingertips, just like you're waking up, getting out of bed. Fill up the lungs. And exhale, release everything down to the mat, the ground. Bring those feet to the ground and sweep the knees into the chest, arms around the shins. Rock here side to side. Parting the knees so the hip flexors relax. Perhaps you rock back and forth so much the elbows become little kickstands. Relaxing the shoulders. Floating the toes to the sky, you'll roll out the ankles and toes to the sky, reversing the blood flow back to the heart. Been on your feet all day at a desk or homeschooling. Just reversing that blood flow gives the body a break. And take the arms to the T, soften the knees, and let the knees fall to the left, a soft gaze over the right fingertips. Melt the right shoulder a little bit more as you breathe into the right lung. Noticing the challenge the poses begin to create for the breath. As the body takes different shapes, still want to fully fill up the lungs. And exhale fully. You can come through center and over to the other side. Relax the knees, ankles, a soft gaze over the left fingertips. Relax the left shoulder. And you can come through center, float the toes once again. Relax the shoulders, the low back. We'll bring the right ankle over the left thigh, bend the left foot. Reclined pigeon. Some yogis find they like to move on their mat. I am one of them. If you would like a gentle rock side to side, you can take that. If you enjoy being still in the stretch, finding a comfortable place where the breath isn't restricted. And then exhale allows the body to open up a little bit more. There's neck tightness building up into that right hip. You'll extend the right leg out, bring the left knee in, and other side. Good float the toes once again, a little roll of the ankles. And then bring that left ankle over the right thigh, bend the right foot. You can support at the heel, the knee. A gentle rock side to side. Or if you like, spreading to that thigh, the elbow opens up the knee. Once you got set up in the pose, take a breath or two to see what space you might create with the breath. And to release any tension, you'll extend out that left leg, followed by the right. Both knees come in to the chest, and you roll to that right side. Use the left hand for support. And nice and slow, coming to an easy seat on your mat. And welcoming yourself into the room. You can either cross at the ankles for an easy seat. If the hips are tight and you like, the legs can be bent or extended, your choice. A few rocks here, side to side, bringing an ear to shoulder, rib cage away from the hips. Just stillness here for a moment, perhaps palms facing upward, relax the shoulders, open up the collarbone. You're welcome to float the eyes closed if you like, or softly focused. And then on the inhales, you can allow the elbows to fan out just a little bit, noticing how the breath guides the body in its movement. And on the exhale, you notice the elbows relax back down to the hips. Something really neat can happen in your yoga practice when you're connecting the breath to the body and you have that peaceful mind. Those three elements is what yoga is truly about. So if you're going about your day and you're finding you're feeling a bit stressed out because, I don't know, kids, what's going on in the world, maybe your yoga practice, your breath, and a peaceful mind can give yourself a little bit of arm's length away from some of those things. Give yourself permission to slow down, watch the heartbeat. And as we take some of these different poses tonight, they're just meant to mimic in a yoga practice what you have going on in life. So if you find a challenge within the body, if you find tightness, connect back to that peaceful mind, peaceful breath. As you practice that on your mat, perhaps as you get off your mat and things start to feel tight or tense, you can welcome that state of mind, the peaceful mind, peaceful breath to other elements in your life. With that in mind, we'll get a little bit more movement going on. Inhale, sweep fingertips to the sky, and a nice twist over to the right. Sitting up tall, you press the hand into that knee and sweeping the other arm behind. Inhale to rise and over to the other side. Inhale to rise. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little bit of what my spine is doing as well as my legs. Extend out the legs and for me, flex the toes, sit up tall. Here I go with my soup cans, my yoga blocks. Starting with sweeping fingertips to the sky as you exhale, rather than collapsing the ribcage, reaching with the collarbone. Don't have to go too far, so reaching with the heart, relax the shoulders. No body weight is dumping into that low back. And once you've found a sweet spot where you feel comfortable, then the chin, the head, relax. Or if you like, continuing to inhale, make some space. And exhale to sink. 2 or 3 breaths in any of the poses. Inhale, sweep to the sky, right hands behind, fingertips forward and wrists to the back, opening up the heart and the chest, thinking you're sitting on a beach somewhere. Pretty little back bend. You can stay here, or if you like, shoulders right above those wrists, spreading fingertips wide. Start to lift the hips, point through the toes. You're reaching the big toes towards the ground, free line from toes to hips to shoulders, chin tucked and tucked. Exhale, lower down, and we'll make our way into tabletop. You can either cross the knees, sweep over to tabletop, or switch the knees to one side, making your way to a tabletop position. Any discomfort you have going on in the knees, and the music a little bit quieter. Any discomfort in the knees, you can bring a towel or a blanket underneath if you feel as though the kneecaps need that support. For your tabletop, shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees, spreading fingertips so wide that the points of the fingertips almost come off the ground. And your wrist creases are parallel to the front of your mat. Knees are about 2 fist width apart. From here, a few swishes here, side to side, maybe relax the head. See how the hips, shoulders are feeling. Calming through center. A few rounds of cat-cow. On an inhale, I'm going to press the ground away, curl the tailbone, open up the throat. And exhale, hollow out the belly, press the ground away. That's 1 round. We're going to take 2 more rounds. Inhale, find some space. And exhale, hollow out the belly, press the ground away. 1 more. Inhale, open up the throat. And exhale, press the ground away, drop the head. Making your way back to a child's pose. Big toes come to touch, opening up the knees, melting the heart. So stay here for a moment or two. I'm going to give you a bit of a guided story for the breath as you relax in your child's pose. So as you're on the ground here, inhale through the nose and exhale out through the nose, emptying all the way to the belly. Rather than sighing out the mouth as you might do when you're stressed out, try that nice exhale out through the nose. It's called Ujjayi breathing. And when you're able to connect the breath to the body, to the mind, the parasympathetic nervous system is activated. Rather than creating the stress hormones, the cortisol that exhales out through the nose, is sending a message to the brain to slow down rather than speed up. A nice little trick if you start to feel your heart racing at all. We'll make our way to our tabletop. Check in with those wrists. And starting to come to our feet, first downward facing dog. And let's tuck those toes and lifting hips high, letting the heart melt past the elbows, the shoulders. Your heels are off the ground, but they're trying to melt to the back of the room. And if this is your first down dog ever, welcome. Wondering if you're doing it right or wrong. There are no rights or wrongs to yoga, but if you would like to check in, you come on into a plank pose. And you want the shoulders right at the wrists. If the shoulders travel past the wrists, making tiny little movements with the hands. You're going to keep the hands right where they are, lift hips high, and then you can play with the feet if you'd like to be close or a little bit wider. So find a comfortable place where you feel a stretch in the calves. Exhale to melt. We'll send the gaze to the fingertips and the journey to the top of the mat and your forward fold. If the ground feels too far away, fingertips to blocks. I'll make my way back to center so you can see me. A few soft bends here, the chest to the thighs. And taking an inhale, pull that back, reach the crown of the head. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Good, looking to descend, take a full body stretch, face to here. And exhale, hands, heart space. Inhale to scoop fingertips back up to the sky. Exhale, dive it down. Forward fold. Inhale to pull that back, make some space. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to put a soft bend in the knees, planting hands down, making your way back to a plank pose. Elbows, knees will soften, lowering all the way down to the ground. Untuck toes, hands are right beneath the shoulders. Finding a baby cobra, opening up, squeezing the elbows, pressing in to the toes. Tiny flip of the fingertips shows you you're engaged in the low back. And exhale to lower down. If you'd like to go a little bit higher, press the ground away, relax the shoulders, forward up dog. Shoulders right over those wrists, and then opening up the heart, the throat. Feel nice to hang back to a child's pose. 3 fingers to the sky. Relax the wrists. Making your way back to either your tabletop if down dog is not for you. Maybe you had a long day. Or tucking toes, hips lift high, melting back down, facing dog. Pedal out the feet here. Just making it a little bit tiny adjustment. And one more evening sun salutation, looking at the fingertips and a stroll to the top of the mat in your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften the knees, reverse swan dive. Look up, reach up, extend. This is for you, Kayla. You might enjoy a back bend here. Press and just reach it back. And exhale, dive it down. Forward fold. Getting a little twisting here, a little detox. If you need your blocks, fingertips to blocks. We'll soften the right knee, right fingertips to the ground, and peeling left fingertips for an easy twist. Maybe around the back if you want to wring out a little bit more. And other side, left fingertips down, left knee softens, peeling right fingertips to the sky. A half wrap. Really want to wring it out. And exhale, forward fold. Knees will soften, hands come down. Some yogis have a vinyasa flow, others might come to a tabletop and a child's pose. Lots of options. Sweeping back to your plank pose, knees lifted or down. Gonna soften nice and slow, elbows against the ribs. Sliding heart forward for cobra or your up dog. You can stay to your tabletop or meeting back, downward facing dog. A breath or two here, noticing if things are opening up. Heels relax, hips high. Inhale to sweep right, toes to the sky. Breathe like a dog. You can make a little space here. We're going to slide into a low lunge. Bring the knee into the chest, high on the back toes. It's okay to take that right ankle, guide it between fingertips. Fingertips to blocks, offer length in the spine. Front knee is over the ankle. If you like, you can hover a little bit here. You don't have to, just an option. Perhaps press to the back of the room. And inhale forward. Bringing fingertips down. You bring the left hand inside the right foot. Heel right fingertips. Easy twist. That half wrap again, if you like. Framing out that front foot. We'll bring the back foot flat. You have heel to heel. Soften that front knee once again. Sweeping up to a warrior one. Relax through the palms. You're going to see that right big toe inside the right knee. Right, feel nice to pull out those shoulders. Inhale for a back bend. And then exhale, frame out the front foot, all of the back foot. Find a gentle flow. You'll either take your plank pose to a yoga push-up. Maybe it's been a long day. All you need is a child's pose. Meeting back, downward facing dog, and we'll take that second side. On your next inhale, turn to float those left toes. Three-legged dog, maybe you just need a tiny bit of space, or opening up the leg a little more. You can bend the knee a few times. Coming to a low lunge, if hips are tight, knee to the nose, hollow at the belly, high on the back toes. It's okay to take the ankle and guide it through to that low lunge. Fingertips to blocks, to soup hands. Soft gaze with that front knee over the ankle. Perhaps floating fingertips. You can bring the right hand to the ground, to a block. Peel left fingertips, easy twist. A half wrap if you like. Frame back out the front foot, exhale. Spinning the right foot flat, heel to heel. If hips are tight, you can bring those right toes to the edge of your mat, your towel. And flexing through the palms. Warrior one, second side, you'll see that left big toe inside the knee. Frame out the front foot, ball of the back foot, taking it back, plank pose, tabletop. You can have a child's pose or a yoga push-up, lower down. Heart slides, cobra, perhaps up dog. Meeting back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, starting to float those right toes again, make some space. Gonna travel into your low lunge. Fingertips at toe taps. Spinning the left foot flat. This time we have heel to arch alignment and cartwheeling open for your warrior two. Soft gaze over right fingertips. Your right toes are forward, left toes to the side. If shoulders are tight, flip the palms to relax the shoulders. And keeping the shoulders right where they are, just bringing those palms back down. And now to sweep up to the sky. Exhale to sink, gonna flip that palm, reach it forward back for a peaceful warrior. Breathe into that right lung. Exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle of your choice. Elbows to the thigh, fingertips to the sky. Options to sink right fingertips inside that right foot. Left arm to the low back. If you like, you could sink a little more, relaxing that right shoulder. Right hand takes a little walk underneath that knee. Perhaps the hands touch the low back. Maybe you wrap up here. The breath, the mind is gentle. Let's unwind the right hip, right knee is tucked. Let it be a peaceful triangle. Straighten out that right leg. We'll frame out the front foot. Let's tuck the left toes in to meet the right, and we'll scoop down and up for a chair pose. Squeeze the ankles, I'll come on back to center so you can see me better. Squeezing ankles, knees flex through the palms. I like coming to my hands heart space to help me rock it down a little bit more. And once again, flex through the palms. Hands, heart space, and we'll bring it down, lifting up the heels. Lots of options for my yogis. You are welcome to sit on your towel, your blanket, and enjoy a gentle stretch. And some of my yogis do enjoy an arm balance. Who knows, try something new if you've been in your house all day. So you come onto the balls of the feet, bringing the hands in front of you. Eyes to the elbows will start to spiral forward, and I'm bringing my knees, this is the beginning of crow pose. So I'm bringing my knees against the elbows, sending the gaze forward. If you wanted, probably not soup cans as blocks, but if you want your blanket in front of you to support you, you can. And as you send the gaze forward, look to the horizon of your mat. Maybe playing with a toe, reaching or two. And perhaps both toes might float. Just letting it be playful. How's everybody doing? We'll come on into our tabletop and relax the child's pose. Pinky fingers to the sky to stretch them out one more side before we take it down. Giving you just a short, nice stretch this evening. Making your way tabletop and downward facing dog. Exhale, melt the heart. Starting to float those left toes a little bit, or a lot. Make some space. We'll soften that knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrists. Stepping into that low lunge. I'm just going to switch sides so I'm facing you. Getting to know being videotaped here. Come into that low lunge. And just spin the back foot flat and cartwheel open for your warrior two. Second side. Left toes forward, right toes. And inhale, straighten out that prayer to the sky. Exhale to say, flip that palm, reach it forward, back for a peaceful warrior. Breathe into the front lung. Exhale, extend the side angle of your choice. You can start with the elbow to the thigh, fingertips to the sky. Try to tuck bottom hip underneath, open up the top hip. If you like, dripping the front hand inside front foot. A half rep. And take those fingertips underneath the front knee. Perhaps a full rep, just an option. Being happy, breathing wherever you're at, whatever's making sense for you tonight. And we'll make our way all the way back. Peaceful triangle. Straighten out that front knee. Breathe into the front lung. We'll frame out the front foot, ball of the back foot. Making your way to your plank pose. Softening down. Elbows against the ribs, travel cobra, up dog. Exhale, back child's pose. Perhaps pinky fingers to the spine. If there's tightness in the wrist, something to let go of. One more back bend. Just to wake up a bit to close you out. Bringing the shoulders, hips, knees all into alignment. You bring the hands to the low back. Gentle press of the hips forward as you squeeze the elbows, open up the heart. Chin can stay tucked, or you start to take it back. Exhale, sit it down, perhaps a child's pose, releasing out the low back. And one more time, camel. It can be gentle, just like you're waking up. If you like to tuck those back toes, no injuries into the knees here, and reach for the heels as you press the hips. You're squeezing those angel wings. Open up the heart. Just taking the back bends where it makes sense for you. exhale, lower on down. One more time. Perhaps a pretty exhale out through the nose, nice and slow. You're going to scan the breath, the body, the mind. Rising up, have a seat to one side and planting the feet down, floating the toes, tiny bit of playfulness, a boat pose, lifting with the heart, perhaps a support behind the thighs, the calves, and seeing if the heart stays still, perhaps legs might straighten, a smile, regardless of what's happening there. I know, see, playfulness in your practice. And you can lower on down to the ground, however you like. And a nice swish here, side to side. So much a hip comes off the ground, the shoulder. Not so much worrying about right or wrong, as much as exploring the body, see what you need. Maybe a full body stretch once again. And then exhale to release down to the ground. Taking a few moments here to pause. Maybe bring the soles of the feet together, knees open. You can have your soup cans, your blocks. Underneath the knees for support. If hips want to release, the legs can be extended. Just taking a few moments, Shavasana, a few moments of stillness. Perhaps the hardest yoga pose of all, to just be still. Observe how you're feeling, welcoming space. See if you can relax the shoulders, the back of the neck. Observing the expansion in the rib cage on the inhales and the exhales. We'll close. Final full body stretch, extending the toes, reach away. And exhale, surrender down to the ground. Starting to slide feet in, coming to one side, arm as a pillow, use the hands for support. Gently starting to rise, taking your time, you can cross at the ankles. Little movements side to side. Connecting back to the breath as the body comes back to stillness. Welcoming hands, heart space. Prayer and yoga, not so much about a certain religion, but looking inward to your own heart, what you might be needing. Welcoming those soft exhales out through the nose. Invite inviting, slowing down some peace in the body anytime you need it. Thank you for practicing with me. Such an honor to be here. The Y is such a magical place and an honor to be a part of this family. I miss you very, very much and hope to see you again very soon. Namaste.